Hi YouTube. I've been getting a bunch of messages about stuff like if people should be legally able to run their amps and subs on the road because they're basically want to do it. I mean, I think it should be legal to do it. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about. I mean, but there should be restrictions to that. I mean, it shouldn't be so loud where your ears are bleeding when you try and go down the road. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. You need to listen to emergency vehicles. I mean, and the other thing is, there ain't no reason if you're in your own yard and if you're able to bump your systems 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it should be illegal. I mean, I don't think why neighbors should be so mad at doing it. I mean, there ain't no reason for it. I mean, I got a prime example of one that is right here, and the same reason why I don't have a job because of these guys. I'll let you listen to it.
What's going on?
I don't want to listen to that shit.
I'm sorry.
Okay? I live in Florida most of the time. That's all I hear.
Well, if you're not from
I'm
here...
not coming up here and listening to you.
Wait a minute. So you're coming over here and you're complaining in my own property, and you don't even live in Maine?
I live in Maine. I bought a goddamn house here, buddy. And I'm not gonna... I have 2 houses. In fact, I have 3. I'm not listening.
Wait a minute. So why are you giving me shit on my own property?
Hey, okay, I'll back out on the street and I'll give you some shit.
All right.
Okay? Don't play that crap.
Where you live?
I live right behind you.
How long you lived there?
All summer.
You just moved here?
Yeah, I'll start calling the cops.
You know what? Is that there's a noise ordinance 40 for 5 minutes. I've been bumping for about 2. I can do it legally for
more than 5 minutes.
I can do it legally for 5 whole minutes.
Well, ain't that wonderful?
It is wonderful.
You know something? You know, little punks like you really piss me off.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, why don't you kiss my ass, you little cocksucker?
All right. Peace out.
And like things like that shouldn't be illegal. I mean, look at how he cussed out EXO. If you guys don't know him, go to YouTube, type in EXO, check his channel out. I mean, that's not right. I mean, people shouldn't be able to do that in your own yard. I mean, it's illegal for 5 minutes. Now, it depends on what neighborhood you live in. You gotta check out the neighborhood and all that. But I mean, there's no reason for EXO to get cussed out at like that. I mean, granted, EXO did what he thought he needed to do in his later videos. I mean, a lot of people respond to different things. I mean, granted, that person, obviously you could tell he's stuck up. I mean, back in the old days, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, all you heard is hot rods, straight headers, and squealing tires. Nowadays, it's bass heads. That's all you hear now. I mean, what's so big about it? I mean, everybody does it. Everybody's got a system. I mean, I even had one. I had 2 6x9s and 2 5x7s. 6x9s rattled the windows. People heard me about 50 to 100 feet away. I mean, windows rattling with 6x9s. I have an old curve radio, dates back in the 90s. I mean, it has a small little amp hooked up to it. I mean, I think it should be illegal to go. I don't see no reason why people shouldn't be able to run their amps, but there should be a restriction to them. I mean, got any comments? Just ask me. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, I lost my job because of people like him that I just showed, or let you hear. I mean, I lost my job about them because they think they're better than me. I mean, there ain't no point. And this is going for any of those stuck-up people out there. I mean, if you're stuck up, you don't like to hear it, why don't you just get out and leave and don't cuss them out? That's a hobby nowadays. You see all these competitions like that. There ain't no reason for it. I mean, granted, I live in subdivision. I can't have my system up like that. But I'll be more than glad to go to another place and pump my system. And for the reference, I got a few videos coming up. It's working on my car. I'll be redoing the motor in it. That be for you guys loves cars and loves rebuild cars. That's coming up on the rebuild motor next month. I'll be getting a better video camera next time, and I'll be installing a new system in my car after I get the motor running. And I'll give you a preview of the system I'll be running. It's right there. It's an old Craig's radio. Be putting back in the car. And another thing that turns my crank while I'm on this topic is people spend 4, 5, 6 grand on a system and they put them in the cars to have some fun. I mean, I don't think it's right for people to get the system stolen out of the cars. I mean, and it's going for any of you guys who are greedy, want systems. It's not right. It should never happen. I mean, if you want the system, why don't you just work it off? Don't steal people's stuff. That ain't right. I mean, my system got stolen out of my car. I mean, I had a good system in the car. Somebody ripped it off. Found out who it was. And now he's sitting behind bars. I mean, if you guys are that hurting for money, you either ask the gentleman if he wants to get rid of it. If he does, he'll give it to you. If you don't, then you just work for it. I mean, how hard is that? Like that Craig's radio there. I worked for that radio. I worked my butt off that Craig's radio. It was free, but I had to work for it. Labor it. I didn't steal it. Everything I have, I worked for. I mean, that's all you guys need to do. There ain't no sense to steal. And another thing is, about these alarm systems. There's always trick and trades about these alarm systems. And you got to learn how to hook them up without other people knowing how to disarm them. And I know a lot of you car thefts know what I'm talking about. And it's really grimy that you guys will steal something out of somebody's car at night. Why don't you guys do it in the day in front of them? That's really grimy. And you guys know who I'm talking about. And another thing is, if you guys ever steal, make sure that you guys think about the consequences before you do it. I have been down the road, and I have learned from my consequences. And I almost got in a lot of trouble for that. But at least I paid it off, and now I'm acting straight. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you later. Be more vlogs and updates later.